Hi, I'm Hannah Bostrom, and this is my Entrepreneurship 500 personal reflection video. I personally learned a lot through this course. I always thought that you came up with an idea first, then you market everything around that. But this idea of coming up with your actual product idea towards the end of the process makes a lot more sense because you are not as attached to the idea, and it's a more rational. You can make more rational decisions because you're not attached to that idea. It's a more authentic way of thinking, and you don't get too cocky and can easily pivot if something goes wrong. The worksheets were a lot and pretty mundane, especially just repeating things over and over, but that hammered the information into my head. The only bad thing about the worksheets that I could say, or the worst thing about the worksheets I could say, is the communication with our group. Your projects are hard because different schedules and you need to meet, and we just did not really do that. There was no problem with texting. That was our main form of communication, but there was a problem with our group leaving a lot of things to the last minute. So, for example, I work all weekends, and I get home at about 3 o'clock in the morning because I usually close, and I would do my worksheets before. I would do them earlier in the week, get them out of the way, and be like, okay, like I'm good to go. I have all of my work done. But then my group would be texting me on Sunday night asking me to do more stuff, and I'm closing at work. I can't do it. And then they would get mad because I can't do anymore, which it's also different maturity levels. I was the oldest in the group. I'm fourth year university student. I know how this stuff goes, but they are first and second years. So the maturity levels I feel showed through our work, which is pretty upsetting, but that's the way it was. I tried to help, but there's only so much I could do. I would say the majority of the work was done by 3 of the 4 members. Through this texting as well, one of the members would just basically rephrase the question into the group chat, so then the rest of us would answer, which was cheating on her part, but it all came from the same place. It was all of our group work was together, and there was no plagiarisms or stuff like that. Our team dynamic was not a pretty good one, just because, as I've said before, the maturity levels and the different life experiences that definitely show through projects like this, because you are taking from real life and putting that into your work. But in the end, I think we had a pretty good idea, and because we completed the 100 steps, or the 50 whatever worksheets that we had to do, and we had a clear vision of where to take this, but the dean definitely could have been worked on more. So that is my personal reflection. Thank you for this class.